show what I can do.
Do you feel like you were having a knocking rust off, or did you feel good, after a little bit of time off?
Felt pretty good. Came in, last week and knocked the rust off, but today I felt pretty good.
What's it like just being side by side with Broderick and just going through this process together, kind of like iron sharpens iron? You guys are just kind of working towards this together.
Oh yeah, it's definitely. Since he's gotten here, it's been like that. Iron sharpens iron. At practice, so it's just another thing on our bucket list that we got to do together. So it was nice. We went to the combine together. We actually were roommates there at the combine, so that was nice. And then out here just working again.
And now that you guys are leaving some open spots, obviously Amarius Mims is going to step up in one of the spots. But what are some of the other tackles that you expect to step up in your place?
Shoot, you can go Mims, E.G., Ernest Green, Micah Morris, Austin Blasky. I don't know. Yeah, there's a bunch of talent there. So whoever shows out this spring and has a good fall, I'm pretty sure Coach Smart will have the best 5 out.
With Mims, how much better do you feel like he can get, even going into his second year and probably having a chance to start?
He definitely, he's just scratching the ceiling for, his potential. He played a lot, but, he didn't start every game, and which he'll do this year, and he'll get way better with the talent, in practice, taking the ones reps and stuff like that.
What do you feel like are his strengths as an offensive tackle?
He's huge, he's massive, he blows people off the ball in the pass pro. He's just long. He gets his arms on you before you can even do your moves.
Warren, obviously the interview process is a big part of your job now. How do you feel like it's gone, the conversations with the teams?
It's been good, just been able to meet the teams and answer questions. It's been good.
Obviously you guys are also dealing with a lot of real life stuff off the football field. How do you personally navigate through all of that?
Just taking time, whenever I need it, and just be by myself if I have to, and just be by myself.
Has it been difficult to concentrate and focus on the football part, all the goals that you have, in dealing with the emotions of what happened?
At first it was hard, but now I'm kind of not getting used to it, but now I'm learning how to deal with it and still be able to come out here and push through it.
Between now and draft day, what's the plan? What do you got to do?
I'm staying here and working out. Yeah, still got to get better, so staying here and working out.
When you say you still got to get better, what are your goals between now and when you get drafted, you start to go to work for someone?
Just same thing, off-season workout, start lifting. I don't have to train for, 40s and stuff like that anymore, so I can actually go in there and, do lifts and stuff that's to my position. So.
Glad that you're not training for a 40 anymore.
Yeah.
Just about every offensive tackle that's played for Georgia in the past 5 years has gone on to play in the NFL. I think your time here and being a guy that started for 37 straight games has helped prepare you for the NFL.
Oh yeah, definitely helped me prepare. Just look at our defensive line from last year and look at it from the year before. And then the year before that, just being, even when I was on scout team, just the defensive line that I had to go up against has definitely prepared me for the next level.
And speaking of those guys, have Jamari or Andrew Thomas, anybody reached out to you, giving you advice of people that have gone through this process before?
Yeah, I talked to Jamari. I talked to Jamari actually a lot. He definitely gave me tips here and there.
What was the biggest advice that you took away from him?
Just enjoy it. It goes by fast, so just enjoy it.
Have you enjoyed it? Maybe what's the most enjoyable part of this process?
I'd say the most enjoyable part, just being back with everybody. Once the season's over with, everybody goes to train, you kind of go your separate ways. So, pro day, it kind of forces all of us to be back. So it's not like somebody doesn't have to show up. Now we all have to be back. So it's just fun, seeing everybody and seeing everybody work.
Just like flexibility is a huge conversation revolving around the O-lineman. I know you've had no problem snapping the ball a couple times here and there, especially just to get the quarterbacks warmed up. Has teams talked to you about any flexibility moving across the line?
Some teams ask me if I snapped or if I play guard, and I've done it in practice, but never in game reps. But some teams would talk to me about it.
And then to kind of get back to Broderick, the fastest time out of all the O-line.
Oh yeah.
Were you kind of expecting that? And what was that?
Yeah, I was expecting that, but I thought he was going to run a 4.8. I was kind of upset with him because he told me he was going to run a 4.8, and so I held him to that, and he ran a 4.9. But I knew he was going to go out there and run fast.
With the guys coming back, how big is it that Sid is coming back with this year?
Oh yeah, that's another leader. He was a big part of last year's national championship team, being a leader, and for him to come back, that's a lot of game reps, a lot of leadership, and in that room, they're not young, but they're kind of young. So, reps-wise, so that'll be, that's good for that room.
To that point, how valuable is it that they will be breaking in 2 new starting tackles on each end to have Sid? To
be honest, I think that's going to be good. spring's going to get them right. You know, fall camp, they're going to have a good fall camp. And, you know, Coach Smart's going to have them ready for their first game.
I think going off of that, Xavier and Tate both coming back at the guard positions, how valuable do you think that's going to be for those tackles?
Oh, yeah. Just having somebody, you know, that knows what's going on, somebody to talk to. You know, sometimes during the game, when it gets so loud, you can't really hear. So just being able to communicate, you know what you're doing, and just having those game reps, you know, game and practice reps together. So.
Do you have an expectation of them maybe stepping up as leaders?
Oh yeah, they'll definitely step up as leaders. You know, with Trust being one of the older guys and Tate being one of the older guys too, they'll definitely step up and help set lead everyone.